Hi, I'm Judith Patterson. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Texas, and on Fridays I like to hop on YouTube and show you how to create a card out of one of Stampin' Up!'s catalogs. It is celebration time, which is one of my favorite times in the celebration or in the Stampin' Up! Year. And so today, instead of a card from our catalog, I'm going to do a card from our celebration brochure. And this can be found on page 2 of the celebration brochure. And it's actually a box that I'm going to convert into a card instead of a box. So let me just go ahead and flip the camera around, and I'll show you the box in the brochure, and then I'll show you what the card is going to look like. Okay, so this is the box here on page 2 of the celebration brochure. Let me see if I can get it to focus in a little bit better. My lighting is a little weird today. There it goes. Okay, so this is the box, and instead of doing a box, we're going to make a card with the same layout. So, and here's what the card's going to look like. So we're starting with a real red card base, and this is just half of a sheet of letter size cardstock. So it's 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and then it's scored at 4.25 inches. On top of that, we have a piece of the Peaceful Prints Designer Series paper, and this is a celebration product, so you cannot purchase this, but you can earn it for free with a qualifying order. So also from that same set of Designer Series paper, I cut out this deer, and I just fussy cut this one with my paper snips. And then this is also a little strip of paper from that same Peaceful Prints Designer Series paper. Okay, so I'm going to start with my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I have here a piece of 3-inch by 4.5-inch crumb cake cardstock. And I'm going to use this die from the Stockings dies, which is super cute. It's from the mini catalog, and it has a little puppy and a cat, and I think it's a hamster or a guinea pig that can fit on top of all of these stockings. It's so cute. And then there's tags and leaves and all kinds of fun stuff in there. Okay, so but for now, this is the only thing that we need. I need to grab a hold of that. Okay, and that is all that we're using that Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine for. Okay, so the next step is to get the Sahara Sand Ink. And this is the trees from the Peaceful Deer stamps, and it's the 3 trees together. So I'm just going to stamp those repeatedly across this tag. And it's okay if they overlap a little. You can raise one up a little. You can raise them or lower them a bit. You just want to make sure you don't lower it too much. I will be covering this part with this other piece of the Designer Series paper. Okay, so this is cut 7/8 of an inch by 3 inches, but we'll be cutting that down to match the size of this. I'm just adding some adhesive, some liquid glue on the back. Of course, you can use whatever your favorite adhesive is. Mine just happens to be this liquid glue. I love it. Okay, so once that's on there, this is why I like the liquid glue, is because I have a few seconds to be able to move that around and straighten it up if I need to. So then I'm just going to grab my paper snips and cut this end off. Okay, so since I've already fussy cut the deer, I'm just going to grab some mini Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, so I've got 4 of those on there. Take off the backings, and then I'm going to stick this over the trees. I want his feet to be all the way on the green. There we go. That looks good. Okay, so now I have a piece of old olive and my Memento ink, and I'm grabbing the Merry Christmas from that Peaceful Deer set. Okay. Then I'm just going to grab my paper snips again and go ahead and trim around the sentiment. And I do my greetings like this a lot lately, where I just cut around it. Sometimes I fussy cut, sometimes I just do quick cuts. It just makes it fast and easy. So I'm going to take 2 dimensionals and put them behind the M and the E. Then I'm going to put glue on the other end. And I'm going to place this just over the deer and kind of hanging off the edge of this tag. And there we go, we're finished with that. So now I have this really pretty double stitched satin ribbon. So I'm gonna grab a piece that's just a little bit wider than my designer series paper. I'm gonna get a couple of glue dots, and I'm gonna put one on each end of this ribbon. Whoops. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece to the DSP. I knew I was forgetting a step. Got ahead of myself just a little bit. And I'm going to glue this on just a little crooked. Not a lot. Just a little bit. Okay, and now I'm going to wrap this ribbon around the top of this, and I'm securing it on the back with those glue dots. Ooh, but that is crooked. There we go. Make sure it's straight, and then attach those glue dots on the back. Okay, that looks good. So now I'm going to go ahead and take this ribbon again and slide it under. Make my loop for my bow. I'm just going to go ahead and tie my bow around this ribbon. Maybe, since I'm on camera, my bows are not going to go well. There we go. Straighten it up a little bit. That looks good. So I'm going to grab my scissors. Just give that a little snip on the other side. And then just make sure, actually I'm going to go ahead and give it one more snip. That's kind of long. There we go. Okay, so just to make sure it's nice and secure, I'm going to use my take your pick tool, and I'm going to grab another glue dot, and I'm going to kind of roll it off of here. And then I'm going to put it behind the bow. Make sure you can see that. Put it behind the bow. I'm going to secure the bow down with that glue dot. And we don't have to worry about it going anywhere. Okay, so now I'm going to get Stampin' Dimensionals and put them on the back of this designer series paper. So I painted my nails today, and this all the sticky stuff is really wanting to stick to my nail polish. Super grippy. Okay. Alright, so now I'm just going to center this on the front of the card. Make sure that your card is opening the correct way before you start sticking things on the front of it. Looks good. And then for the inside, for now, I'm just going to add a piece of basic white cardstock. Hopefully this is cut 4 inches to 5 1/4 inches. It is. And there we go. That was a super quick card. And you saw how easy that was to change up from a box to a card. It's just real quick. So it would be cute to send with the box, to have a matching box and card. But it would also be adorable just to send as it is, just as a Christmas card. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope you're really liking all of these products from the Sale-a-bration and mini catalog as much as I am. I think they are, Stampin' Up! Really outdid themselves this time with our mini catalog and Sale-a-bration items. I have loved every single one, and I'm looking forward to using them some more. So I hope you're having a good Friday and you have an awesome weekend. Happy stamping!